प्रधानमन्त्री केपी शर्मा ओली यतिखेर स्विजरल्यान्डमा छन्। माघ 6 गते 19 सदस्यीय टोलीको नेतृत्व गर्दै प्रधानमन्त्री ओली 4 दिने विश्व आर्थिक सम्मेलनमा भाग लिन स्विजरल्यान्डको डाभोस गएका थिए। भ्रमण दलमा परराष्ट्र मन्त्री प्रदीप गेवाली, परराष्ट्र सचिव शङ्कर दास बैरागी, प्रधानमन्त्रीका प्रमुख सल्लाहकार विष्णु रिमाल, परराष्ट्र सल्लाहकार राजन भट्टराई लगायत रहेका छन्। प्रधानमन्त्री ओलीले दक्षिण एसियाको विकासको लागि क्षेत्रीय आर्थिक संरचनामा आफ्नो रणनीति र दृष्टिकोण समेट्दै कार्यक्रम सम्बोधन गर्नुभएको थियो। हेरौँ प्रधानमन्त्रीको सम्बोधन।
The second panelist is His Excellency KP Sharma Oli, Prime Minister of Nepal. Second term as the Prime Minister of Nepal, a position he has held since 2015, and he has had an instrumental role in fighting for Nepal's constitution as a democratic country, and I think has been very instrumental in laying out the ground for the economic transformation of his country. The developments in Nepal, you're laying out some structural reform program. How is that developing? What are the main challenges? And how do you see the role of regional cooperation in playing a role in the development of Nepal? And maybe you can also reflect on, it's not just the economic issues, obviously, but there's also the security challenges and the conflicts or tensions between countries that are preventing more progressive development of SAARC or SAFTA. And given that Nepal is the chairman of SAARC this year, you might want to reflect on what you plan to do ahead.
Thank you, Madam Pangestu. Nepal has just entered into a new phase, new stage. Nepal is developing and changing very fastly, politically and economically. It is developing its friendly ties with its neighbors also, and the regional organizations and all aspects are developing fastly and changing very fastly. Nepal promulgated a new constitution, democratic constitution, and established a federal democratic republican system. And according to the constitution, we had to make some laws, and now we completed about the structural changes according to the constitution to implement the constitution accurately. And now we are focusing our entire endeavors and efforts to the economic development for good governance and economic development. Our motto is prosperous Nepal, happy Nepali. And to materialize that national desire, we are concentrating ourselves. And we are introducing new policies and bringing reforms in each and every field of economic aspects as well, and social. And we are introducing social justice, improving all sectors of our society, and justice and equality, empowerment of women, and bringing the backward sections of society in the front lines. With these efforts, now we have entered into a new situation where we are optimistic, and we are doing our best to expand our role and increase our role in the regional and international affairs also. And on the question of regional cooperation and regional development, South Asia, as you mentioned, that is a country of is a region of learned people with great civilization. And we have genetic memories of our learned ancestors. And we have very excellent diversity from the top of the world, Mount Everest, to the Bay of Bengal and Indian Ocean. And this diversity, within this diversity we have very fertile land and young population, mostly. And that demographic dividend, being based on these factors, we can develop. And now we have to think about to develop our regional cooperation, regional trade. And for that, we have to create such a situation where equality, justice, and win-win situation for all, so that we can develop, and no one, no nation, no people will remain back. We are trying to invite investment and use technology and technology transfer and use of technology and develop connectivity between the countries. As well as we are trying to develop our trade and relationship with other ASEAN countries also. Like we are just a few months before, last year we organized 4th summit of BIMSTEC in Kathmandu, and we handed over the chairmanship of BIMSTEC to Sri Lanka. And that it means we are connected not only with SAARC, but we are connected with Thailand and Myanmar, like countries from where we can connect our trade and other connectivities. And for this, we have opened up ways and roads and land links and waterways we are going to open up from India also, and use our resources. And in this way, we can develop our regional cooperation and trade.
Thank you. Thank you very much. In the last 7 minutes left, I'm just going to pose one question and for all of you. Whenever we talk about South Asia cooperation, we tend to get pessimistic because it's just too challenging. But I think Professor Rajan actually provided a way forward that let's take small steps, whether it's sub-regional cooperation between borders for infrastructure or the liberalization of air services between India and Afghanistan, India and Sri Lanka. These are small steps, but have had a huge impact. If each one of you can think of a quick win that's practical, that's doable, that will have an impact, what would it be? Thinking what would be a quick win, if you like.
As the chair country of South Asia Organization, SAARC, we are trying our best to develop political understanding between the member countries, SAARC, South Asian countries, as well as we are trying our best to develop connectivities like connectivity or connectivity in electricity or other connectivities. And we are discussing about tariffs and non-tariffs things, and we can bring them in a favorable situation, I think. And we have to develop understanding and remove misunderstanding and develop trust and remove untrust or mistrust among the member states and the regional countries. And we have to develop our regional trade, as we talked about. And for us, like Nepal, we cannot wait for a long time. We have to develop very fastly. So everything, in every aspect, every side, we are doing things very fast. With China, with India, with Bangladesh, and with other neighboring countries as well, we are doing new agreements and implementing them. And internally, we are making new policies to achieve our goal of faster development and to control corruption, as we mentioned. Control corruption and provide service to the people. In this way, our efforts are, as the chairman of SAARC, to hold the SAARC summit in the near future and develop the all-round ties and a relationship between the countries in the region.
Thank you, Prime Minister.